Okay, everyone, this is the Grow Your Life show. We are at a Montessori school with Miss Allison. There she is right there. Okay. Allison, this is phenomenal. My niece goes here, little Gracie,
Yes,
and she loves the
Grace.
school. And I love the feel of the school. This is your new facility. It's just wonderfully open with all your wooden toys. Let's talk about Montessori schools. Feel
Yes.
free to tell us your background, how you got here.
Well, I've been in the Montessori field for 20 years. I started as an assistant, and I worked my way through the training and became a Montessori teacher because when I was younger, I saw all the problems in the world and thought, well, we need to start with young children so that they have the basics of a normalization time, so that those kids that don't have um, all the blessings of life, let's say, they kind of miss out on the normalization period. So if they can come to a Montessori school where it's consistent and helps them work toward the highest potential that they could, then that will only help them be more at peace with themselves and with the world and with each other. So I teach 3 to 6 year olds, and this is in Lovettsville, Virginia, and we've just opened in August, though I had a program before this. So,
My phone.
oh.
Continue on. Go ahead.
So, ask another question.
Yeah, so you started the school. Is it for, how does it differentiate then between public schools and coming to a Montessori school?
Well, in a public school, generally, you have all of the same age children in a classroom. So you might have all 5-year-olds or all 6-year-olds. This has a multi-age group from 3 to 6 year olds. Other Montessori classes that have elementary, it's 6 to 9 or 6 to 12 all in the same class, or toddlers all in the same class. So that helps because the kids can work independently. They make their own choices about what they want to be working on at any given time during the morning. They also, you don't see the kind of competition. There are no grades. It's all, we kind of throw all that rewards and punishment stuff out the window.
Sure.
Because kids work to work. They want to learn. Their natural curiosity is satisfied by following their interests. So on any given morning, we'll have kids come in, and I said, what would you like to choose? And then they make their own choices. Throughout the morning, I'll give them individual lessons or small group lessons on language or math or sensorial work or art or practical life or science. So that's basically how we work in a Montessori classroom. And
Let's go ahead, take us around. Take us
Okay.
around. Give us a little tour here. We're walking. We're walking.
one of the best ways is
Okay.
language. We start with sound.
Okay.
So that's the basic building block of language. They hear the sounds
Right.
when they're in utero.
Mhm.
And then from there, when they enter the classroom, they already know a lot of words, of course, and generally how to speak. So, somewhere. So I will start with a basic sound game and say, I'm holding something in my hand that begins with a k, and we'll say crab. And then we'll do this a lot. So they're hearing it and saying it. So something begins with a frog. So we don't do the letters of the alphabet so much as the sounds of the alphabet. And then we'll stick the letters to it. So we do cursive.
Right. Right.
So was it, the k, that was crab begins with k, and so then I show them what that looks like. If I can find it. So these are the sandpaper letters. Sandpaper letters, you can feel it.
Wow.
Say it,
Wow. So
see
it's tactile,
It's tactile.
visual, and you're doing the audio at the same time.
Yep.
And what I want to say here, emphasize right now, is that there's a lot of like wooden, natural things in
Yes.
here. You don't see any type of branding, commercialism going on.
No, and
There's no
that's-
Disney stuff going on in
and
here.
There's no electrical.
And there's no electrical toys. Oh my God. Okay, so it's wooden and just tactile.
So
It's real old school feeling.
Yeah. Well, Maria Montessori started 100 years ago.
Okay.
Working with kids in Italy, and since then she designed a lot of the materials, most of the materials, and then she took from some other folks too. But so it's the building blocks of our cultures. So like the sensorial, it's all the scientific. Everything's based on the decimal system. It's all very attractive to kids, so that the colors and shapes are very interesting.
Okay.
I think the metal insets are very interesting because they're just interesting. They look good and they feel good. And
Yeah, I want to emphasize that too. She's totally right. Everything in this school is very aesthetically pleasing.
yes,
You got soft wood, like this stuff right here. Look at this.
metal.
Or this is metal. Okay, metal. But then, okay, a little metal. But look how pretty it is. You want to play with these things, and look how simple the designs are. Then you got,
Yeah.
the pencils and the wooden little holders. And if you look around, everything is like that. And I know when I come in here, I feel great. And I know, I just sit down in the middle, right? That time I came in, we sit down in the middle of the floor and just do things.
We have the turtle.
Exactly, and I brought a turtle in. That's right. Sullivan the
So,
turtle. Yeah.
Another areas I love are these are the movable alphabets. They're all wooden.
Okay.
So the kids can do it just as a puzzle, but once they're kind of mastering the puzzle of it, we learn the names. We learn all the names of the continents, the countries and the continents, and the oceans and everything like that. What's interesting, one time, even Marie Montessori started with the young children who have this absorbent mind, so everything is taken in really unconsciously and thoroughly.
Okay.
So like language and shapes and colors and even me, who is an adult. At one point I had to move all of them, and all the pieces were all together. And after having used them enough, I go, oh, this is South Africa's easy, but this is Iraq. This is Guatemala.
Right,
this is,
right,
and I could
right.
pick it out of a box, and I knew
Right.
all of them. So I was like, how impressive is that?
Yeah.
So, even without my no absorbent mind anymore, I understood the feel. I think these children, when they get older and it's conscious learning of geography, they'll really get it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I
have the tactile impression and.
I think that's really impressive. So, here's a little map.
Okay, go over. Okay, the math section over here. Okay.
Yeah, this is math. Everything in the math area starts from very concrete materials. This is numbers 1 through 10.
Okay.
They
Oh, in blocks. Okay. Yeah.
they're long rods. So this is 1, this is 2, and the kids will actually count them.
Oh wow. Okay. Right. I see their length. Yeah.
And so
That's so cool.
And then they match the numbers to them. So 7 goes with 7.
Okay.
4
Great.
goes with 4.
Oh, and then to see like the joy in the kids' faces when they
Yeah.
put them together, it's just too much fun.
And when they're coming in, they aren't able to necessarily count.
Right.
Because they're 2.5 to 3.
Right.
And then they learn one-to-one correspondence with it. So it's very concrete. Then as we move ahead, there's more number work 1 through 10, or 0 through 10, and then if they can count to 10, they can count to 100 or 1,000.
Right. Sure.
So,
you said the decimal system again.
So we introduced the decimal system. So this is 110.
Okay.
And then this is 100.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
1,000, and then we add them all together. So I'll say to Grace.
Yeah.
Grace get 2,354. William gets 6,298.
Wow. And
We dump it together, and that's addition.
Oh, that's great.
So it's really
yeah.
hands-on addition.
Sure. Experiential learning.
And that's a big
yeah.
difference, I think, in the public school system, traditional system. They don't have such hand-on.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they do it all on paper. Maybe they have a few materials that are kind of hands-on, but everything here is hands-on.
Yeah.
So they first do it very concrete and then get more abstract. So eventually they're adding just little symbols and then just on paper eventually. So.
Keep going that. So that's one of the benefits, one of the differentiations between the school system, the public, and Montessori.
Right.
It's very hands-on. That's
very
one big
hands-on.
benefit. What's another difference?
Like I said, the multi-age.
Multi-age.
The idea that the children's own independence.
Self-directed? Is
Self-directed.
that self-directed learning?
And they have their own time. So
Okay.
say if it takes you 5 minutes to do a piece of work, or
Yes.
35 minutes to do a piece of
Wow,
work,
wow.
you've got the time.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So there's never a rush.
Uh-huh.
And if say
And you're not competing for grades
you're not
or
competing for
rewards.
anything.
Yeah.
So like if a child is really quick at math,
Right.
and they can move through the lessons and learn the lessons, that's great. But needs a little extra help in reading.
Sure.
No problem, you know. And then another child who might be the same age is slower in math, but you know knows how to tie shoes really well. You know, they can help each other because they're you know, strengths and weaknesses are, you know, we build on the weaknesses, and we, you know, say hooray for the strengths.
Strength, right?
You know?
Wow.
So, and it's multi-discipline. So we're reading just basic reading books, but then we're also reading science things. You know,
Sure.
So I was working with a child on plants and animals and vertebrates and invertebrates, and I think they get it, you know. And if they don't get it now, it's in there for later when they do study it, maybe in 3rd grade or 10th grade or whatever in biology. So
you're planting seeds of like kind of really good habits here. Yeah.
So another big difference between this and another traditional system would be the whole practical life area. You don't find that anywhere else.
Yes.
It's real work of washing dishes or washing cloths or washing a table or taking care of themselves so that they, you know, do the hand washing or sewing a button or something like that. And not only is that great for learning that skill, but it's also great for, you know, fine motor control or large motor control or sequence of steps. You know, like, well, if you were going to do long division, that's only really 3 steps.
Right.
If you're going to wash a table, it's like 15 steps.
Right.
You know, you got to wet the table, you get all the stuff, you know. And so, I did that out of order. So the kids order their mind so that when they're actually doing the academic work, their brain is actually more ordered than it would have been. So.
I love that. I want to highlight that. Practical skills are amazing to be taught, and to be teaching them here is so useful.
Right, and the kids love it. I mean, if you see any young children following around the adults in their house, their parent or grandparent, whatever, if the parent's washing dishes, they want to wash dishes.
They want to wash,
if
of course.
Scrubbing the floor, they want to scrub the floor. So, and it's all, you know, movement. So, and unfortunately, I don't think the kids at school, that's very valued at the traditional system. That
no, I don't. I agree. I don't think it is either.
I can't imagine that they ever wash a table.
Right.
Oh, they do at the end of the year. I knew that.
Yeah.
So, but that's I don't know. Maybe they wash their desks, but it's not part of the curriculum.
Right.
Per se. So.
Is there more to move on? Is there more of a tour? Should you go up here for practicality or?
I talked about practical life already.
Okay. Yeah.
So
up there they got a
every day we
table.
go outside. I'm hoping to plant a garden in the spring.
Oh yeah. Let me just let's take a little look out there through the window. Oh, you got to pick up your daughter, but yeah. You can't even see. But out there through the window, there's a beautiful outdoor playground they built with a fence around it, with slides and things to climb on. A lot of green. And that's really emphasized too, is being outdoors, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just,
we have to be outside.
Exactly. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, just we spend time every day outside.
Yeah.
Weather permitting, and most of what the weather is permitting. So
yeah.
I say dress appropriate.
Dress appropriate. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work. Exactly.
No inappropriate weather. It's just appropriate clothing. So
if someone's watching you or wondering about Montessori schools, what can you do to ease their mind, or what questions that maybe that they should be asking that you can answer?
Go and observe.
They can come in and observe you teaching and be there for the day or an hour,
one thing is that Montessori is not copyrighted or trademarked or anything like that. So anyone can open up a Montessori school, which is not. It doesn't protect the Montessori name, but there are schools that are licensed by, or everybody's licensed, but by the whatchamacallit, I can't even think of the word.
So you're saying anyone can open a school? Go ahead. Yeah.
You can open up a Montessori school. So you have to. Parents have to go in, make sure, is it a safe place? Are the kids happy?
Right.
Are the kids challenged?
Right.
Are their kids, it's okay if a child cries because they're just learning how to be at the school, maybe. But and you'll see that. But does it look orderly and clean and beautiful? And is it a place that you'd want to be?
Right. Exactly.
If you want to be there, then your child.
Then you
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add at all? You think that you should be talking?
Now, but
okay.
I think it's it's great for children to, to have this freedom to freedom and responsibility to work together and be in a classroom environment like this. It's great.
Awesome.
So,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Allison. Let's grow your life. Here we are, swinging back to the front. This is the front. They come in here. They play over there. And there's fish over here.
Yeah, there are fish and lots of snails.
Lots of snails and fish in here. Yeah. And look how open this is. This, kids love this. Everyone, look at this. It's just like so great.